Welcome to another Bandology interview. Bandology is a Canadian nonprofit dedicated to more music for more kids via education, collaboration, and community.
Hi everybody, and welcome to another staff showcase video with the Bandology team. Today, I am super excited to introduce everybody to our outreach team, which is made up of these four wonderful individuals. As always, my name is Sandy Wright. I'm the education manager. I'm also one of the hosts of What's Your Forte, our podcast. And today, we're going to have the wonderful thing to hear about everybody's sort of work, talking to people and getting the word out there. You're going to meet our marketing team. Our wonderful TikTok and social media crew is here today, as well as one of our other longtime interview hosts, Lucas. So let's do a little bit of introducing. Why don't we start with you, Juliette? Tell us about yourself.
So I'm Juliette. I went to Brescia University College. Actually graduated this year. When it comes to music, like my background, I don't actually have a lot of band, choir, or any of that. Last time I did either of those, it was in elementary school. I played flute, but in high school I was a drama techie, so I do know a little bit about the production aspect of musical theater. And then at Bandology, my role is a marketing coordinator. Anything that goes on Instagram or Facebook, I've essentially put there, except for a few things. Am I missing anything? I don't actually have it open.
Nope, that's everything I could possibly want to know about you, Juliette, apart from, you as a human being. Same kind of question. What's your name, school you went to, music experience, and what you do here? And we'll jump over to Lucas next.
Hey guys, so like Sandy said, I've been with Bandology for quite a while now. This is my fourth summer, I believe, with Bandology, which is really exciting. I've done everything from a while ago. My first year did a bunch of events, play a gig for the Play a Gig program, and now I'm helping out with a bunch of outreach. So making sure businesses and teachers and musicians are aware of what it is Bandology does and how we can help build partnerships with them. So that's kind of my role with Bandology now. And then in terms of the musical side of things, I am a drummer and percussionist, and I'm going into my third year at Humber College for music. And I've been playing drums since I was 5 years old. So well over, I think, 15 years now of drumming, which is really exciting. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
Yeah, thank you, Lucas. That is awesome. I'm really excited. Cold calling is my least favorite thing. So then you're half of that team, and the other half of our cold calling crew is Tamara. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, hello, my name is Tamara. I am at Wilfrid Laurier for political science, which has nothing to do with music. But my musical background is my main instrument was bass clarinet through middle and high school. And I also partook in many a choir. And my position at Bandology is as the advocacy coordinator. So what I do is I try to advocate for music education. And I try to reach out to people who can help us further our reach and to educate community members about how music is helpful to everyone. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that introduction. You also went to the same high school I did. So like the music part, even if it's not your degree, it's stellar. You're hot. You're top class stuff. I'm not overly confident about my high school. Asha, our resident TikTok queen, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, hey everyone. So my name is Asha. I'm currently going to Toronto Metropolitan University, previously known as Ryerson in Toronto. And I was pretty lucky to grow up in a musical family. In elementary school, I played piano. I'm not taking music at university, but I am in school for journalism. So I'm kind of doing the music journalism side of things, kind of learning about music from a different perspective, which is pretty unique. And my time at Bandology has been very quick. It's gone by so fast. So far, it's my first summer working at Bandology, and I'm doing marketing with Juliette. You'll probably see my face on TikTok a lot. That is where I mostly am. And then I'm also doing tweets, updating our LinkedIn. So you'll mostly see me on TikTok making jokes about what it's like to be a band kid.
Which are very good jokes. I don't want to be biased, but every time I see one of them, it's so true. It's all so true. It hurts a little bit, but it's very true. To get to know you guys a little bit more, and you've all done music for like fun or been part of like musical theater and those kind of things. And I'm assuming you've all been to a concert or a gig that you really enjoyed before. So my get to know you question is sort of like, what's your favorite musical memory that you guys have had?
So back when we could actually go to restaurants, because that's only been a new thing again recently. When I was about 10, my two siblings and my parents, we went to a Wild Wings where they had a jukebox, like on the side, and it was like a loony for like 3 songs or something. The first memory I have of actually being aware of the music that's playing. But my two siblings and I each put in like $3 or something, and essentially at least half of the music we chose was Have a Nice Day by Bon Jovi. And because we were actually having like a good time singing along and dancing to it, because we were like 10 through 15, the people who ran the Wild Wings didn't want to like unplug the jukebox and cancel the music. So we made the entire restaurant listen to Have a Nice Day for like half an hour.
I mean, to be fair, that's a great song, but I'm pretty sure there's a stand-up bit just about that that somebody did once. Lucas, what about you? What's your favorite musical memory? Maybe one that doesn't torture fellow consumers.
I don't know if I can top that one. That one's pretty good. I guess for me, I'll go on from one as being a musician. One of my favorite musical moments. There's been quite a few, so this one's hard to narrow down. But actually, one of my favorite musical memories was playing at the Sound of Music Festival in Burlington in 2018. I started a band called Outbreak in 2017, which is kind of ironic due to the pandemic now. But anyways, so we in high school, we all met at school and we decided to compete. They had a local Battle of the Bands competition through the YMCA, and we were fortunate enough to the winner of the competition got an opportunity to perform as part of the Sound of Music Festival. So we actually run that that competition, and then we got a chance to perform at the festival. So being local to Burlington, it being my hometown, it was a very, very cool opportunity. Very grateful for it. And actually, I just finished working up for the Sound of Music Festival as a festival assistant. So it was great to have that full circle moment, both performing and also being as part of the festival. So yeah.
That's super cool, especially that you got to like be on like all sides of it over the course of the last little bit as you're sort of like, moving into like, being a full-time professional kind of musician. So that's awesome. That kind of journey. Tamara, what about you? It doesn't have to be related to high school, as good as our high school music program was. It doesn't have to be related to our wonderful high school music program. Cameron Heights Collegiate Institute.
So mine's kind of similar to Juliette's, as it's like one of like my like childhood memories. So my dad was always very musical and musically talented, and he played in many bands in his life. But I remember one time I was maybe 10 or 12, like around that age, and we went to like a New Year's event, and I guess the band either like left or something like midway through, so there was just no music, and my dad was just like appalled, and he was like, I'm not going to stand for this. So he like grabbed whatever he could, and he had his guitar in his car. For some reason, everything just worked out that day. But he had his guitar, and he was going, and then he brought me on stage, and I was like dying inside because I was like, please no. And then we like sang together a bit, and everyone was having a great time. And it's just one of those, like, this was like such a good moment for me, and it was just something that stuck with me my entire life. So yeah.
That's so cool. It's wild that your dad was just that prepared for this moment. He's like, this is my moment. This is the moment I get to be. It is my star-making second. But that's awesome, especially that it's like got to be like such a cool memory. That's so cool. Asha, what about you?
Yeah, so this is such a tough question because I feel like I've had like a million musical experiences, but I feel like one that really stuck out to me the most was in the summer of 2018. I did an internship at a radio station in Toronto called Indie 88. And one of the perks of being at the radio station was they would give you some concert tickets near the end of the summer. So I got to see Rise Against at Echo Beach in Toronto with my boyfriend, and it was so cool. So it was just super adorable seeing like these punk dads with mohawks, and then they're like pushing a little baby stroller, and their babies have these like gigantic headphones because obviously the music is super loud, and just like seeing the crowd like that was so wholesome and so awesome.
That's super cool. I love the image of like just like punk rock dads just being like they won't probably don't have mohawks, but like, you know, board t-shirts and board shorts, and then just like toddlers that are like big
Yes.
orange, big orange headphones. That's amazing. Cool. So part of the reason we do what we do here at Bandology is sort of a unified sort of understanding that like we sort of collectively believe, and the Bandology believes, that music education is vital and it's important. But I wanted to know from you guys, why to you is music education important? What about it? Why is it important to you, or why do you think it's important for other people?
So music specifically, it has a really good effect on mental health. My degree might be in business management, but one of my majors was psychology. So I do know a lot about mental health, and just in general, having that something that somebody knows that they can fall back on and support them during stressful events. It does helps a lot at helping people through crises situations.
For sure, that's like a super important part of like what it does for people generally. What about you, Lucas?
Being a musician, I would say music ed is super important to me because it allowed me to develop a passion, which allowed me to develop many transferable skills that I've applied to many different scenarios. And also it gave me tons of opportunities to do what I love every single day and meet so many incredible people.
That's sick. That is such a cool part of it, is getting to know all the people that get involved. It's such a wonderful community you can kind of build. What about you, Tamara? What do you think?
Yeah, so I know for me, like when I was younger, I didn't really know how to like talk. And this like went on for like a good portion of my childhood where I just like did not like to speak. But my dad, as I said, he was a big musician. So he was like kind of like, okay, well, let's see if she'll like sing instead. And they were kind of just trying anything. And that was literally how I learned how to read and how to speak and how to like math skills, everything. He put everything into a song, and everything was a song in our house. And it literally just helped me like learn so many skills that I didn't learn the normal way, so to say. But it's so versatile, and it helps in every single subject, even if you don't believe it. Like it's math skills, reading skills, testing abilities, everything. And I feel like it's one of the most versatile things. So
Yeah, that's so, the way it can help you learn things that are totally unrelated is so cool. Asha, what about you?
Yeah, similar to what Tamara said, I think music is one of those super powerful tools because it is so versatile, and no matter what background you're from, like music spans across cultures, literally across like centuries. It is one of those things that always keeps people connected. And even learning an instrument as a kid, you make so many incredible connections, and you learn, like, there's so much science behind how music affects different parts of your brain. But even just from like a person to person basis, you make so many incredible connections, and you can have a skill that can last for life, and you never know where that'll take you. Even if you don't go into professional music, like it never hurts to learn a new skill.
Yeah, for sure. It keeps your brain alive throughout the whole life. There's tons of stuff with like seniors and people with like health problems as they get older, that like music's a huge benefit. Music therapy is part of that. On a sort of different note, part of what we do, because we think about music education as something that's super important, Bandology is band camp, and it is very soon. So I want all of you to tell me one thing you were excited about. Lucas is already cheering. Like look at his excitement. He's ready to go. And he's been to more band camps than any of us, and that's how much energy he has. So you should really come. So you should definitely come to either our Halton, Oakville location, or our Grand River location, now serving Kitchener, Waterloo, and Guelph. So question for you guys is, what are you one thing you are most excited for about band camp?
So if you've seen Asha's TikToks, I can't play an instrument, but I'm super excited. Just have fun with everybody. Make sure everybody's having a good time. Take pictures, and just ensure that the excitement that happens at camp stays going throughout the year, and just make sure that we have good pictures for memories to continue on after band camp.
Plus, you might learn how to play an instrument. We might force all the staff to learn how to play bucket drums and do a thing. We definitely haven't done that ever before. Definitely don't surprise people with it every year. Next, Lucas, what about you? What's your favorite? What's your favorite thing that you're excited for?
It's funny because we got asked what's our favorite thing about band camp last summer, and I just said, sum it up, everything, and that's probably not the best answer. So no, I actually, one of the two things I'll sum it down to, every year we do a little thing that started in 2019. We do it at the end of the day, and that is the dance party, and that is super fun, and we do a little bit of YMCA, and everybody gets into it, and super fun. So I love that. And also, this is an interesting one, but I really miss hearing concert band instruments and young kids getting the opportunity to play wind band instruments together. So I'm really looking forward to hearing that. It's been a long time coming, and I'm really excited to hear everybody getting back into that.
Yeah, no, it's going to be so cool hearing the instruments that you like. I grew up with anyway, getting back and being in a space. It's going to be very strange hearing a saxophone again. I haven't heard a saxophone in like 3 years. That wasn't like in a song. I mean, I listen to Careless Whisper every day. I don't know about anybody else, but that's the only interaction I've had with. See, Lucas is on my side. Careless Whisper, great riff. Tamara, what's your thing that you're most excited for about Bandcamp?
Well, I was going to say I was promised a dance party. As Lucas said, I am absolutely so excited for a dance party. And like I need this to happen. Like I've been practicing my YMCA, my Cotton Eye Joe. Like I need this to happen. And then the second thing is, as you guys are saying, like in-person stuff. Like I just want to talk to people and play music and have fun. And I'm also really excited to like attend the workshops too, or like kind of like go in, like see what's going on. And like I'm just so excited for everything. Yeah, like I can't.
Yeah, no, we got a vocal workshop, we got some drumline stuff we're gonna do, we've got a production workshop, we've got a composition workshop, which is my favorite. I'm not biased, but it's I'm super excited for that stuff too, and it's gonna be so fun. What about you, Asha? What's the thing that you're most excited for?
Yeah, I'm really excited to just be at a band camp for the first time. I didn't go to any band camps as a kid. I wasn't ever in summer camp. So joining a band camp, even though I'm 25, I think is still super exciting, and it's still really fun to get to see everything and learn the ropes.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool to have everybody there. It's going to be really fun to like be in front of like that many people. We've done workshops and stuff, but we haven't had a chance to have like the whole team like just like getting to know people and having a great experience for all like the kids and teens that we're going to be able to get there. It's going to be super cool. So the way we wrap up all our interviews, both the ones in What's Your Forte and our former interview series, and how we wrap up these staff showcases is with the Fast Five, which are 5 rapid fire questions that you guys have to answer, covering a variety of topics, some related to music, some not related to music. So we are going to do that right now. Is everybody ready for the rapid fire answers? Cool. Question uno. Same order as we've been going. Favorite movie soundtrack?
I'll be honest, I had to look up what a soundtrack was because I know I got it wrong in our first meeting, but it is still Birds of Prey. And then specifically Smile by Macy Peters for Birds of Prey, Marvelous Emancipation of Harleen Quinn.
Yeah, that's a great needle drop in that movie. It's a great moment. What about you, Lucas? Favorite movie soundtrack?
Back to the Future, because it's also my favorite movie. Great movie.
Awesome. Can't remember who did. Who's the composer for that?
Al Silvestri.
Silvestri. That's the guy whose name I can never remember, but he does great work. What about you, Tamara?
My favorite movie soundtrack is The Perks of Being a Wallflower because it's very heavy of the Smiths.
Hey, you gotta be able to play favorites sometimes. What about you, Asha? Favorite movie soundtrack?
My favorite movie soundtrack is definitely School of Rock. I think Jack Black is like a genius, absolute movie genius, musical genius. Cannot get enough of that movie.
100%. This is such a good movie. It's so cool. Now, question number 2, and this applies to everybody, no matter how many instruments you play. What is the instrument you wish you played?
So I've wanted to play guitar for about like 10 years. I didn't want to annoy any of my roommates through university with it. And I actually have one. It's upstairs. I'm just really bad at the actual practicing part. So I can play like 2 chords.
Gonna be honest, Juliette, I went to school for music. I am also really bad at the actual practicing part. But Lucas isn't. Lucas, what's an instrument you wish you played?
What do you mean, Sandy? No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm saying you're great. I mean you're great at practicing, and I'm terrible. That's the
I'm
difference
saying,
between
what do you
us.
mean? As in, I don't think I'm the best at practicing either. No, I am.
What's an instrument? You
All
play
right.
drums.
I have to agree with Juliette. I'd say guitar as well. I know a little bit more than I think 2 chords, but I know, but I'd say it's really, I've gotten better at keyboard, and guitar is still something from like doing demos and stuff for things. I wish I knew guitar a bit better.
Hey, you want guitar lessons? I'm not expensive. Tamara, what's an instrument you wish you played?
Saxophone. Literally, it's my favorite instrument, and it is so beautiful, and I wish I could. I mean, I can, but saxophones are expensive.
They are. I played clarinet also in middle school, and the only reason I played, and high school and university, but the only reason it was that is because I wanted to play saxophone, but there were too many kids playing saxophone in the class, and the teacher was, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah," because a pushover. And it worked out, but it was like, I've always wanted to learn the saxophone. What about you, Asha? Instrument you wish you played?
I always wish I played drums or some type of percussion. I never got into it, but I always wished I could play drums. I was like, that's always like the coolest instrument.
We're gonna have to get you on the drum line for that then.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Asha is gonna be in the drum line.
Oh boy. Question number 3. Does everyone have a hidden talent?
I don't really, but I can touch my thumb to my wrist. I can do it with both of them.
That's actually really hard.
That's so difficult. That's the most unique double jointed I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
Claire's like, let me do this easy.
It's apparently like it's anybody who's double jointed, regardless of which joints, they can do it.
This is a skill that I guess it's not a skill, it's a biological thing, but it's wild. Lucas, what about you?
Definitely cannot do that. No, we had a camp online a while ago, and as well as our in the past Band Together program for kids to come together and hang out online during the pandemic. One of the things I did was my hidden talent, which is bouncing a tennis ball on a racket over 200 times. I cannot demonstrate right now, but come to camp and maybe I will.
For context, I'm pretty sure you said I can do it 100 times, and then you just kept going, and it hit 200 on the day. Like, it was just wild. Tamara, what about you? What's a hidden talent?
A hidden talent is I can touch my nose with my tongue.
Dang, that is impressive. I can't do that at all, and I'm not going to attempt on camera for the internet. Asha, what about you?
I don't know if this fully counts, because I know some people can't do it, but like I can make my tongue into like a W shape. Like that. So I know some people can't do that, but it's kind of weird and gross. But yeah, that's my hidden talent.
Cannot do that. I do not have I do not have any of the dexterity any of you have. That's what we've discovered today. I am incapable. Question 4, almost through the whole Fast 5. Favorite concert you've attended? Try to keep it to 1 or 2, because some people are like, I'm going to say 5, because concerts are great.
Favorite one that I've been to so far is Andy Black in 2019 in the summer. But I am going to All Time Low Sum 41 on the 14th, and I don't know how I'm going to get there because that's a band camp day, but I'll figure that out.
It's going to be a good gig. You'll have the adrenaline from driving completely safely down the 401 to get
I can't drive.
Someone else driving down the 401. Lucas, favorite concert you've attended?
So this one is a pretty cool concert. It was Rush's last ever concert ever, and that was at the Air Canada Centre in 2015, and it was just incredible because, as people may know, shortly out of 2020, Neil Peart passed away, which is one of my favorite drummers. So it was very good to see them at the for their last ever performance as a band in Toronto. First and ever time seeing them.
Yeah, that's in a lot of ways a once in a lifetime kind of concert. So that's super cool. Tamara, what about you? Favorite gig?
So I've only been to one concert in my life, and it is Chase Atlantic. I don't know if you guys know, they're like an Australian band, but it was awesome. And it was in October, and like we had to wait outside in like freezing weather because they weren't letting us in, and it was like really tiny place. Anyways, but it was worth it, is all I'm gonna say. First concert I ever went to, but the best. So yeah.
Honestly, sometimes the first is the best. One of the best concerts I've ever been to was the first concert I ever went to when I was like 10 to see Paul Brandt, a country singer, in a place with no standing. It was all seated, middle-aged people, and he was amazing at the time. Not question five. I was going to say question five, Asha, which is not how that sentence goes. Asha, what's the favorite concert you've attended?
Best concert I've ever been to was seeing Seaway in Ottawa. Seaway is kind of like an alternative band, and they don't tour too much around Ontario because they're like from here, but they did like a house show in Ottawa. And so a house show is basically where everyone piles into a basement and they set up amps and stage and stuff, and it's totally awesome. There was like 100 of us all cramped in this sweaty basement, and we all got beat up in the pit, and it was awesome.
In a otherwise safe mosh pit where everyone's being very respectful. Question 5. What's your latest like binge read, binge watch thing you've just been like super into recently?
I binge watched Love is Blind with my boyfriend. It has apparently become a conversation topic at every single family gathering I've had because everybody collectively hates the same person.
Honestly, nothing unites like a family like having a mutual distaste of a character on a TV show. It's honestly a very big bonding experience. What about you, Lucas? Latest sort of like binge read, binge watch?
The Office. So good. Like,
Is that the first time you've seen The Office, or
no,
like
no.
no? Okay,
Many times, and how Michael Scott is iconic.
He is. He's a terrible boss, but he's an iconic person.
No. I would not recommend serving his bossing style, but he is a good guy nonetheless.
10 out of 10. Do not endorse bosses that blow entire budgets on random parties. Tamara, what is your favorite binge watch recently?
Stranger Things. I just finished season 4, volume 1, and then my friends and I are all having like a watch party for volume 2 on Friday, and it's going to be so exciting. But it's so hard to not go on like TikTok or like Instagram or Twitter or anything, and like because everyone's like spoiling it like right after they watch it, and I'm like, come on guys, like give me a week, give me a week before you start name dropping. But it was very good. Highly recommend.
Spoilers are like a nightmare right now. I know so much. I've never seen Stranger Things. I know so much about Stranger Things. It is not good. Asha, what about you? Latest binge read watch?
Right now, I'm binge watching The Walking Dead. I'm only on season 5, but I'm loving it so far.
That is, I mean, you've got very long to go. That show never seems to end. So enjoy the rest of it. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk with you. I'm so happy I got to introduce you all to our wonderful audience and community. These are the people who make Bandology happen, and it's so great to have a wonderful team being in charge of like literally communicating with you guys and talking to you and sharing how important what we're trying to do is with everybody in, Earth, literally the planet. That's the goal. End of 2022. We're a multinational. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you guys for watching. We've got more staff showcases on the way. We're very excited for Bandcamp, and I hope you guys have a great night.
Thanks for joining us. If you like what you heard, you can learn more about our organization at bandology.ca, which features information about music education, advocacy and research, and our Play a Gig and Bandcamp programs. Follow us on social media for more videos, performance, and interviews on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.